treasures in his soul. Fishing for gold, I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate. Hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get to like working and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes. Live your life.
The veil has lifted the energy, shit that my indigos get that we different. Off the loose, so we tripping, the plasma we sipping. Now the dimensions are dripping. Unless you are different, you won't know the difference. Or make a difference, you slipping. You're chasing this chicken, decoding the digits, you know that I stay on my pivot. Your body's the shell, your spirit's the snail, so why are you chasing your tail? They got you so pale, what is that smell? Chemtrails, what you inhale. I feel like evil Knievel. I'ma build we a cathedral for all of my people. So how that they cannot reach you? Power to the people, we are equal. All this evil and deceitful. There was a flood, so this is a sequel. Vibrate so high that they cannot reach you. You are ascended, no more pretending. Work up a spinning, now the stars are bending. Conscious extending all your comprehension. And not to mention, release all the tension. They want us divided, cause they know united. We will override it. Fifth dimension, we gon' overnight it. Light the flame, baby, let's ignite it. So they can't hide it, nah, they can't hide the light. We blow up like dynamite. Had to kill the old me, cause I ain't want the kind of life. Nah. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's the indigo clutch. Wake up, 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 it's the indigo clutch. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Grand Raw Rising, beautiful brothers and sisters. Allowing unconditional love and beautiful abundance to stream to you through me. And in this space we are divinely protected, guided, loved, and we are open to clarity, pure intentions, universal wholeness. This space is a beautiful sacred space for you to be, to receive unconditional love and Christ light, as well as release any blocks, any imbalances, stresses, anxieties, pressures and obligations. Rising with Ra is a space of sacred community. For you to either receive and be a viewer, or to participate, be live on the screen, to connect with conscious community, to share a holistic energy healing practice, any of your wisdom, your knowledge, esoterics, anything that you find beneficial for the collective conscious mind to help bridge us together and rise together, helping each other grow, shed layers, and remember who we are in the present moment. So I want to thank you all that support and show love for not just Rising with Ra, but also for my own self as your sacred space holder or sacred pharaoh, Marcus aka Christolight. And today on Rising with Ra, we will be doing some third eye chakra clearing and activating, and that will be towards the end of the session. And to begin, we will be doing our collective card reading, which I will be doing, and I will be delivering it through the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck.
Sacred Space Fridays. This is a sacred, sober, safe space for those who want to express, learn, and heal. I, Kristen, also known as Holistic_Butterfly, and my partner Marcus, also known as Sacred Light 33, will be present for all sessions. In these sacred containers, we will take part in holding space and facilitating breath play or meditation. In these journeys, we will help you to align your chakras and connect with your higher self. As a beautiful addition, we will receive newly recorded drum music specifically made with the intention for our journeys. This will be lovingly made by a friend, Chuck Wilson. He is a sacred shamanic drum maker and musician. This will take place on the first and third Friday of every month at 7 p.m. EST. To reserve your spot, click the link in bio at holistic_butterfly on Instagram. And if you have any questions, please send an email to Kristen, KRISTEN, .hibbard, HIBBARD, @live.ca, with the subject title being Sacred Space Fridays. One love, beautiful souls.
So with these readings here on Rising with Ra, I do a general collective reading with either 1 to 3 cards typically, but I also keep myself open to what Divine has for us. I do not limitate how many cards come through. And if you yourself are a tarot reader, you are a oracle reader, or any other form of card readings or doing collective readings, you are welcomed to send a message to me, and we can see if we resonate and align with our intentions, frequency, and purpose. And we can have you come on as a special soul guest to share the collective reading for the Rising with Ra. And Rising with Ra is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern here on Instagram Live, Sacred Light 33. And also every Rising with Ra is also edited and fully produced into a full episode, if you want to call it episode, and uploaded on YouTube the same day, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, where you can find my guided meditations, my Sacred Light Conversations podcast with practitioners and conscious minds around the world, as well as my just finished first season of the online TV series, The Process of Clearing Layers. You can find all of these on the YouTube channel, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. And thank you for all that subscribe and show their support. And if you're somebody that likes to donate and donate to causes, you may also donate to me as well. And you can ask me for my PayPal or Cash App. So we'll see what we have today for the collective reading. And first thing that comes to mind to really share with you before I even get a card out is remembering our routines, remembering our conscious patterns for our risings. And if you're someone that doesn't have any patterns or routines for your rising, to really do self-care, to balance yourself, and really give yourself conscious awareness before going into your day of activities in the world. It's something I could definitely recommend for my own experiences. It's shifted me big time, is having healthy routines and patterns. Doing chakra balance meditations before I get out of bed. Doing stretching or yoga or fitness of some sort to wake up the energy centers and meridians and get the blood flowing in the body. These are things that can really help calibrate your energy field, your mental field, and your physical field, so they're nice and in motion and fluid before you get going into the day. So then you're not just draining your energy or leaking your energy that isn't even balanced or well developed and flowing yet. And it's easy for us to just wake up and go into externalizing our focus on others, whether it's our kids, partner, school, our job, whatever it may be. We can easily wake up and just, first thing on our mind is, boom, external cords. And right there from the get-go, we're externalizing our energy as soon as we transmigrate back to our physical being from being in a night of astral travel in dream world. And we want to be able to integrate properly, integrate back to our physical reality from the dream world or astral plane, whichever you would like to reference it as. And I found that being patient, giving myself maybe the first half hour of the rising to really focus on my being, get myself balanced, calibrated, and fluid, has made a huge difference for my moods, my energy levels, my groundedness, my centeredness, focus, and just really being available for others. And that's the thing I really want to emphasize, is being available for others by taking the time to do self-care and prioritizing my being so I can serve the best I can for all of you. That's not even getting to the cards yet. And if you guys have any really cool morning routines that you want to share, or just you want to share them in general, feel free to leave comments either here on Instagram Live or down below on the YouTube channel. Welcome in, Geo Free, and yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you're open to joining this movement. Feel free to message me if you would like, and could really fill you in on what this is about, what we align with, what resonates for us, and we can see if we really resonate and align. The guides have taught me through the cards sometimes to be patient. Sometimes we think that card readings, we have to have cards fly out right in the beginning from the get-go. But there's a thing called divine patience, where the patient ones get the best rewards because we wait and understand and trust that what needs to come out will come out exactly what it needs to, as that one flies out to the ground. Beautiful, okay. All right, so our first card today in our collective card reading on this Wednesday, the 15th of March, if you want to go by the Gregorian earthly calendar, from the Beyond Lemuria deck. We have our ancient future. I really like the wording of that, our ancient future. Really kind of brings into that mindset of multidimensionality. It also takes you out of looking at time as linear and brings us into the remembrance that the past, the ancient, is still present. It's a time and space within our mind, within the Akasha, that we are able to access at any time, along with the future probabilities, future timelines. These are all present, and we're able to tap into those as well through our minds and the Akasha. And when we understand that these are all parallel, coexisting, we are able to draw information, codes, messages, experiences, wisdom, and other things that we could use in the present, in our reality and focus, to either bring clearing, draw in enlightenment, draw in clues, puzzle pieces, really be able to look at what can take place in the future if I choose to take this step, or if I choose to take this other step. What will my timeline look like? What could it feel like if I make this choice right now? Those are the type of things that we have the insight and availability to do with our third eye chakra right between the brows, which is actually our chakra for today here on Rising with Ra. We are able to psychically, metaphysically, intuitively, whichever way you would like to word it, tap into these energy fields that are always present. Past timelines, quote unquote, future timeline probabilities. We have access to these. Every single one of us do. But how clear is our third eye chakra? That's what's going to determine if we have that clear connection with accessing and tapping into these different fields of energy. Nobody is, I'm just going to say it, nobody is more special than anybody else when it comes to psychic abilities and being intuitive. We're all intuitive, and we're all gifted with psychic abilities. It's a matter of how well we can tap into them, how much they are integrated with our physical being, and how healed and cleared we are within our chakras to be able to access them. Now, I'm going to read a little bit out of the book when it comes to our ancient future, which is our first card today, from the Beyond Lemuria deck. And it says, wisdom from indigenous peoples, ancestors holding the keys for the future, ancient remembering, bloodlines, how the past affects the future, a time to step up, timeless power symbols, activation for powerful shifts. Beautiful. So the divination meaning. This card is imbued with activation for a new paradigm. You are now being showered with blessings in preparation for a transformation. It may be turbulent at times, but you will grow and heal through the coming journey. Partake in activities that help you drop into a meditative state as often as possible. Use clearing tools to raise your vibration. Don't get caught up in the destination. Focus on the journey and experience. You can navigate a situation you have no experience with by being truly present. Integrity and intuition will be your guide. Beautiful. That is, that resonates so well. And something that's been really coming up and I've had conversations about is not looking at things. And I kind of spoke on it Monday a little bit with what is called the Armageddon software or Armageddon programming that different energies and beings have programmed into our consciousness. And what that is looking at everything as a doomsday scenario, or literally the end of life or end of the world because of a change or a shift that's taking place. And sometimes what I find is we cling on to these delusions of everything coming to an end, or life can't continue on because of a choice or a shift that's taking place. And I find that sometimes we're trying to escape the reality. We are not wanting to be responsible of our power of choice and are afraid of what can happen or what will happen if we make a certain choice. And nobody's to no fault for this. You know, we are in the human experience. We go through duality in nature with being in this 3D field. And ways that we can clear this from our system is actually through the chakras. And, you know, later on, I believe it'll be perhaps maybe next Friday or the Monday after that, we will be diving into the root chakra as we're drawing down the column throughout these lives. And the root chakra is really where we get this stored fear energy, or this fight or flight energy, or scared energy of the past, the future, and even the present. And the more that we can clear out our root chakra using different frequencies on YouTube, singing bowls, sound healing, reiki, and other different energy forms to clear, we're able to consciously release pain, fear, anxiety, stress, frustration, and other lower emotions from our being that are stored within our body, our emotional field, and mental field. So then we can really be more grounded and rooted to our physical earth life, being in our purpose, being in the knowing that we are here for a reason. We are divine essence. We are part of the magical quilt that has a special, beautiful art on each square. And we are each of those squares with the beautiful art on it, making one big quilt or tapestry. And there's another thing in here that I really wanted to point out as well. Oh, the turbulent times. So if we acknowledge that we are in the 3D experience here in this human vessel, and we also acknowledge that being in a 3D plane of existence, duality is present, then we can also understand that with the law of rhythm, if you go back to the Hermetic text, the Kabbalion, the teachings of Thoth, going back to ancient Egypt and Greece, with the law of rhythm, we can understand that what goes one way goes another. What goes up goes down. What swings 1 degree swings all the way back in the opposite degree. And that is going to be part of our trials and tribulations here, the ebb and flow of this 3D life here on Earth. And when we can acknowledge this, accept it as part of nature, of creation, then we step into the field of being an alchemist, being a self-master, where we start to really see that, okay, so this is what I'm in. This is what I'm existing in. And it's happening whether I'm conscious of it or not. Now, if I become the observer and I become conscious of this as basically the matrix, and that I'm a being that is basically plugged into as a holographic player, holographic observer, self-master, alchemist, whatever you would like to define yourself as, or just say that you are experiencing as, you see that you are the wholeness, you are divine essence and balance within all of this creation. With that being said, you're able to start using your own keys within your own self, and can see that the more that you align yourself with balance, the more you're able to integrate your shadows with your light, with your ego, with your higher self, with your lower, with your higher, so on and so forth. You're able to be in the all presence. And through this comes seamless abundant stream, seamless manifestation, seamless unconditional love and being. And also, when we step into self-empowerment instead of victimhood as divine conscious beings in this reality, we're also able to see that these challenges, these hard times, these pains, heartbreaks, and other things, they are not against us. They are not to punish or trouble us. It's to show us that we are strong enough to overcome this. And we will, and always will. As well as remembering our strength and what we're capable of. And for some of us that are light workers or star seeds, we also come to the remembrance and understanding that we dive deep into these shadows. We dive deep into the valleys of darkness to transmute it into beautiful, purifying light, not just for our own self, but for the collective and for generational healing. And through this generational healing and clearing the collective paves way for our future generations of incarnated souls on this earth to have a more clear path. So, as much weight as you can carry, as much pain as you go through, as much troubles you go through, that same volume and that same amount of quantum energy can be flipped and reversed to the same exact degree, but on the other side of the spectrum and scale of empowerment and enlightenment, if you choose so. So think about all that pain, all that brokenness, and other things that we've told ourselves we're experiencing in our mind. And think about how heavy and how powerful it is. And then imagine that you can flip that to the complete other side on the scale of degree for empowerment and enlightenment. Pretty powerful. So that's our first card, Ancient Future. Second card, the Infinite. the eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirths within one life. You are so much more than your physical body. This really just runs off of what was just spoken on with the last card, but I will read the divination meaning. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretching your wings and see how far that you can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. So yeah, just really running off of what was just built in the current flow of our ancient future is the infinite. And it's really hand in hand, just really remembrance that your eternal flow of energy and your physical body is not a destination. It's not the end all be all. It is a experience. It is one of many times and spaces and bodies that you have and are present in different parallel planes of existence. And for example, the astral plane, the dreamscape world, that is another parallel world of you and a body of you that exists along with this physical. And then you also have your higher self, your soul origin, where you were birthed in your original creation. And that's something that you can find out through me if you are curious about your soul lineage. I do offer soul origin galactic therapy, guided meditation sessions. So, big reminders on destinations and not treating places that we're going to or experiences or new chapters as destinations, as we will continue to grow even after tomorrow and the next day. And even if something shifts in this world, we still have work to do with ourselves. We still have to continue to grow and evolve and transmute. Just like healing as well. Healing is not linear. Healing is not a one-stop shop when it comes to your whole entire being. These are all reminders of how eternal our flow is and how continuous our currency and motion of life is, and that we are the current of life. We are not separate from the current of life. So our card reading for today in the collective on Rising with Ra, our ancient future. And the infinite. And this was from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And for those of you that are just tapping in, and welcome in, Shauna Lee. For those of you that are just tapping in, you may find my full description of the reading just prior in this live. And the replay will be saved here on my page, Sacred Light 33. Full episode will be up on YouTube later on today. And as I was saying before, if you are a card reader or you do intuitive readings for the collective, feel free to message me and we can see if we align and resonate, and we can have you come on as a guest in this divine sacred space, Rising with Ra, to share the collective reading for the day. And I trust that we all received what we needed to through the wonderful cards. Feel free to hydrate yourself and take a moment to process. It's very important, and part of our delicate process of being these spiritual, sacred energy beings is not rushing things and allowing ourselves to have steps, to have phases, to integrate, to process, and also be, when it comes to the balance of our masculine and feminine energies. Sometimes, we find ourselves dragging ourselves along or pressuring ourselves and grinding our mind and brain to do better and keep going, and this needs to be done now, and this and that, or I need to impress this person, or I need to do this so this person's happy. And these mentalities, they really wear out and put rigorous tension and stress on our beautiful living organisms and beings that make up our human, that are trying to really be in harmony and be in a beautiful state of homeostasis. Hey, blessings everyone. It is Marcus, aka Christolight, here at Sacred Light, and I'm presenting to you my Sacred Light services that are available currently. I am currently offering Reiki, chakra alignment and empowerment, intuitive life guidance, soul origin galactic therapy meditation sessions, as well as sacred oracle readings. These are all services that I'm divinely offering and have available to you any day of the week. You may contact me through my email, which is marcustut23@gmail.com, through Facebook at Christolight Robbins, or through Instagram at SacredLight33. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me at any of those contacts, and I will give you the best answer I can to help you get clarity upon what could best suit you on your journey. And we can book a session whenever you're ready. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. All right, so we are now going to navigate into the last part of this Rising with Ra here on Wednesday. It is a little bit shorter today. I have a wonderful conscious meeting coming up here locally, and going to be doing some creating and enjoying space. So we're going to be doing it a little bit shorter today, but what is short and what is long, it's all eternal and purpose, flow energy, and I trust it's going to serve exactly how it needs to. And our last part of this live is going to be a third eye chakra activation and clearing. For those of you that are familiar, not much is required but to receive, and I'll also show you how you can do Reiki on your own chakra. So to begin, you just want to sit or lie down to get comfortable. And if you're sitting, you want to have your back as straight as you can. You may use a pillow, the edge of a bed, a couch, whatever you would like for support. And the reason why you want to do this is to allow your spine to be erect, which will allow your life force energy or your kundalini energy to be able to flow up and down your spine. You may also lay down, and if you're laying down, having your legs not crossed, so you're not blocking the stream of energy in and out of the soles of your feet. Next, we want to relax our shoulders, release tension throughout the body. Drop your arms, elbows tucked into the ribs if you can. Just really relax the body and get soft. The reason why we want to do this is this will allow our energy to be able to flow through our body easier. And it'll also allow tension, stress, and anxious energies to be released out of the body. And then next we're doing breathing in through the nose, expanding the diaphragm, holding the breath and drawing it down the body, intimately and fully exhaling out of the mouth. So you really want to be building up as you breathe in. Draw it down the body. Then exhale it out of the mouth and contract. It's really like one flow with your body and the breath. Alright, and then you're going to take your hands. We all have healing energy, reiki energy, universal light that flows through our palms, which are minor chakras. That's why they're so sensitive, and that's why you can feel energies coming out of there. So just acknowledging the energy flow out of your palms. Then you're going to take them and you're going to place them a couple inches right in front of your third eye chakra. So hands like this cupped. Take your palms facing your third eye chakra just a couple inches and hold it over the forehead. And you should be able to consciously feel energy around the third eye as well as through the hands. And this is the transfer of Reiki energy into your third eye chakra. And now next we're going to take conscious deep breaths together. And as we take these breaths, I'd like for you to focus in your mind, drawing the breath in and up to the third eye, and then exhaling out. So you're going to breathe in, draw the breath to the third eye, and then exhale out of the mouth. Let's go ahead and do 3 of these. And number 1. Number 2. And number 3. All right. I'm doing a selenite swipe at the third eye. You may receive, if you would like to, intuitively connect. Continue to breathe to help release and draw in healing energy. This is a practice you can utilize anytime, any day. Self-healing Reiki as well as selenite swiping. If you ever want to learn about crystal healing, different ways to utilize crystals for specific reasons, as well as different crystal grids and energy meridian point body grids with crystals that you can use on your body for different purposes such as trauma releasing, inner child healing, emotional balance, and other things. That is a service I offer through my chakra empowerment and crystal healing. So just reach out if you have any questions about these services, as I am a certified crystal healer, as well as Reiki practitioner. And I have been practicing these holistic practices for going on 9 years now. And I've really dedicated myself to it sacredly and divinely. Bring the hands to prayer form at the chest. Bring it all to center. Take a breath at the heart chakra and release it all. Namaste, Ashe. It's wonderful. You started learning Reiki. It's gonna be a really good one for you, Shauna. And you're welcome, Gas Faucet. Thank you all for tapping in and being here. Greatly appreciate your support. And that's gonna be it for today here on Rising with Ra on this wonderful Wednesday. I am wishing you all a beautiful rest of your day, whether it's a rising, evening, wherever you are in this world, in this present time and space vibrational field. Thank you, and I appreciate your support and your love that you guys give and receive from me. And like I was saying before, if you are a reader, you do card readings, you do intuitive readings for the collective, feel free to reach out to me and we can have you on as a special guest, either on the Monday, Wednesday, or Friday editions to give collective reading. And we will sit down and make sure we align and resonate first so that we are having sacred vibrations in this energy field. And if you're also a practitioner or someone that is well versed in a holistic or energy practice, or well versed in knowledge and wisdom of ancient esoterics, or any conscious knowledge that can help us, psychology, biology, any of these things expanding into alchemy, hermetics, chakras, and more. These are all valuable, and you're welcome to be a part of the Rising with Ra sacred community space here on live to share for the collective, if it aligns and resonates. Alright, so I will see you all on Friday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern here on Sacred Light 33 Instagram Live for Rising with Ra, as we will be going into the throat chakra. And you guys can watch this full episode on YouTube, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, later this evening today. And the replay will also be available here on Instagram. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations.